What up? What up? What up? It's your man, Coach Stretch, and we are here on this beautiful Sunday evening. Statman AJT, the disciple, Dom Mo. We are your Number Streets podcast. How you guys doing tonight, man?
Doing great, man. What about y'all?
Good, man. What up, Tay? What up, Coach Hop? What up, Cat Giller? What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing, man? Appreciate y'all tuning in.
I'm good, fellas.
Hey, man, we want to welcome in everybody from Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, well, X, Twitter. Oh, well, there it is. Early. Tay Ashby, early. All
I'm
right.
with you, Tay. Fucking fuck Todd Bowles, man.
That ain't Top Bowles, man. Come on,
Fuck
man.
Todd Bowles and fuck the Bucks defense.
Oh, man. All right. Well, they're upset. They're upset. Shout out stats. Let's go. Shout out.
Shout out to God, shout out to Bree. Shout out to y'all, shout out to Mike, shout out to Ward Rec, my mom, all the people who like, subscribe, and share. Appreciate y'all, man. The people on Instagram, if y'all watching, man, appreciate y'all. Just shout out peace and love to all, man. You know, again, the Virginia Neptunes, the players, Sterling, everybody, man. Peace and love to all.
Damo, shout outs.
Hey, man, shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody who watch and continuously watches and supports. Shout out to my lady. Shout out to my mom, dad, my uncle. Shout out to everybody at Ward Rec. Appreciate y'all, man.
All right, man. Big shout out to my wife, man, my kids, my family, Triumph Nation Basketball Academy, Neptunes, you two guys, Warp Rec. Shout out to John. Appreciate the hospitality this morning over there at Warp Rec. What up, Eric? What up, Miss Morgan? How you doing, sweetheart? I appreciate all you guys, man, that's tuning in and supporting us, man, as we go through this journey, man. Really, really appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys, man, from the bottom of my heart. Big shout out to Downtown Newport News, man. The real Number Streets, man. Stand up. We appreciate you guys, man. Well, like always, fellas, let's go ahead and get right into our first segment, which is always Ward Rec on Sunday. What up, Kiki? How you feeling, brother? Fellas, Ward Rec. I'll start. I made my triumphant return after a year hiatus of playing on a real basketball court. I came back and I'm now in a lot of pain. I could barely walk, but it was fun. It was fun. It was well worth the
What's up, Key?
well worth the pain. Well worth the pain. Eric, I don't know how they doing. They think at Ward Rec, man. I think they got a group list or something going on. I think Sunday is like free. Sunday at 11 o'clock group. They come in, they could just come in and hoop. I think that's it. I don't know. I don't know, Eric. I'm just out here, man. I'm just out here. Fellas, give us your take on Ward Rec this morning.
Nah, you start with you. You made your
I made a triumphant return. And other than some ring rust, I still got the juice. There's a whole lot of juice left in this orange, fellas. Yes, sir. Hey, Tay Ashby, you found me on the game winner. Okay, otherwise your ass was going home. And it's okay. It's okay. It is okay. Look, man, I ain't gonna talk crazy about nobody, man. Shout out to Hollywood, man. He came out super aggressive. He looked good. But like I said, man, he looked good to the detriment of his team. He got a whole lot of buckets, not a whole lot of assists, and a whole lot of turnovers. But that's my guy. He played good. Tay Ashby, yeah, you went pretty good, man. You look pretty good. Now that I get to see you guys up close, now I get to hear it from a third party, like I've been hearing it. Look, Tay Ashby looked good. He looked good out there. Damo, when I was there, you didn't look that good. You was on my team. You cost me a game. All right.
No, you cost you a game.
No, you did cost you a game. Shout out to Bird.
Come on, bro. Stop that shit, bro. Stop that shit. Okay. So look, I'll go ahead and say it. Bird hit a game winner. Okay, it was over me, but the team defensive strategy was to leave Bird open. Okay, they ran a nice little double high ball screen on the right side. I was in the middle of the floor. I was getting ready to rotate to Tay Ashby, and they swung it to him in the corner. And I didn't get there in time. He hit it. He hit a shot. That was his only shot of the game, by the way, that he made. He might have been 1 for 6. He was horrible. But he made that shot, and he made the one that count. And that's all it is. It happens. But stats. I see you playing like Montrezl Harrell on your post up. 6, 7, 8 dribbles in the same damn spot. Talk to me. We got to diversify stats. Everybody in Number Streets podcast can go get a bucket. We got to diversify, bro. What we got to work on that, bro. 6, 7 dribbles to get a hook shot is inexcusable.
Look, now you see Tay Ashby in the comments. Now, Tay, you got it's both ways. You ain't getting nothing on me either today. And I was sitting on, and you fouled me too.
Oh.
I was sitting on I was sitting on the snatch bag. Like, but stretch. Like, I was trying to get it in transition. I did get it in transition. That's diversification.
Well, first of all, you like to lean on your cardio. I'm not out here to see cardio. You showed why you like cardio. So you ran from one baseline, you out sprinted somebody, got a layup, then came all the way back down, got a stop. That's nice cardio. I'm looking at skill. I want to see skill. 6, 7, Damo, am I lying? 6, 7 dribbles. You throw the stats on the block, 6, 7 dribbles. Same spot, hook shot. Talk to me, stats.
I agree. I need to diversify my game. I agree with that.
But you did make one good move where you created separation, but you damn didn't jump on the jump shot. He shot a flat-footed 8-foot jump shot. Damo, did you see this?
Yeah, I saw it.
It was pretty. You got to jump.
You did hit the game winner, Tay. You did. I'll give you credit for that. But other than that, it wasn't really much today, and you got to give me that too. I think my defense was very on point today on multiple players. But the offense wasn't good today. I definitely acknowledge that. But I think my defense was very, very impactful today.
Well, you got good cardio. So
being in shape matters. Like, we can't act like it's not.
I'm not in shape. I scored 5.
And you gave up more than that.
That is a lie. That's a lie. I gave up 2 points.
Nah.
2.
You being a bit delusional right now.
Damo was on my team, bro. Bird scored 2 points.
Okay. What's your opinion of today, Damo?
Hey, man, listen. You know, I didn't start out too hot, but I got it going. We're a little after you left, Stretch.
I believe it.
I got it.
Plays a lot more relaxed when I'm not on the floor.
I got it going. Well, the first game I had like 2 or 3 points going to the basket, but the second game with you, I didn't really get that many touches. But.
Right. Where the hell's Aaron at? Somebody get Aaron up here. Because he obviously had money on the other team. FanDuel, 0 for 5 in the first 7 possessions of the damn game. He wide open, 0 for 5.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tay.
But I'll say, I did get it going at some point after you left. But I got to give my shout outs to Chaz. He hooped today. He was cooking.
Yeah, Chaz was the MVP today.
So there was no murder scene from Chaz.
Today. No murder scene. Chaz was getting it on both ends of the floor today.
Yes, he was. Shout out to Chaz for sure.
Shout out to my boy John too. John was cooking. Sean, he was cooking. No disrespect to Sean, but yeah, he was cooking. He was
Yeah, Chaz, and John, and Mike too, to a lesser extent, was the MVP.
Mike was balling. Mike had some
You
great
got to win.
moments.
You got to win to be the MVP, fellas. I'm
Mike
sorry.
played some decent defense at times as well today. Tay was doing his thing as usual, but Chaz was the guy today. Chaz was the guy. He was fucking cooking, man.
That's good, man. Look, I enjoyed it, man, and I say, man, I will.
John, what's good?
I will be back. I don't know if it's gonna be this Sunday, but I will be coming back. I will definitely be coming back.
I scored on you, Tay, today.
Oh.
Not more than 2 points, but I scored on you today. Little lefty layup to the rim.
Oh, lefty layup to the rim.
Lefty lay.
Hey, cuz.
All right, so let's move on, man. NFL playoffs. Damo, we'll let you get the first one, man. Tampa Bay goes down today to the Detroit Lions.
Well, I have a bit to say about that. Everyone on Tampa Bay's defense needs to be let go, eliminated.
What?
Because they don't know how to put together a full game. Now, granted, because Jamel Dean did go out at some point, but he dropped the interception early in the game. That would have been crucial. They dropped 2 interceptions in that game.
They did.
It was just a collapse in the second half on defense, man. I felt like Baker and the offense had did enough to a degree to keep them in that game. But the defense just didn't.
Y'all was moving the ball, man. Well, Tampa Bay was moving the ball.
The defense just didn't hold up, man. They didn't hold up when
Baker did have 2 picks though.
He did, but the one of the picks wasn't his fault. I mean, Mike Evans, bro. Mike Evans is great, and he made some great plays in that game.
Yeah.
But sometimes, man, he got butterfingers, man.
Yeah.
Like he had some drops that are like, God, man, like,
yeah.
and that interception wasn't on Baker, man. It wasn't. It was a tip. It was a tip.
It was a tip ball. Yeah.
Like you got to catch the ball, bro. Yeah. You got to catch the ball. But it is what it is. It goes on. It goes on towards Baker, so he got to eat that. The second interception was hard. I mean, I don't know what he saw there, but he shouldn't have been in that predicament anyway.
What up, man?
Then Todd Bowles needs to be fired as well. Get rid of him, eliminate.
Well, you're not gonna fire him, man. He just got you to the playoffs when this supposed to be a rebuilding year.
Overrated. Todd Bowles and his defense has been overrated for years. Even when he was with the Jets, with that catastrophe. I mean, that was horrible. Yeah, he needs to go. Why would you go for 2? Why would you go for 2 in that situation? Just kick the field goal, man. Just kick the field goal. Now you put your team in a situation where they have to score 8 points, no matter what. Versus you get down, you score, then maybe you go back and score again, and then you could either just choose the tie, go for the win. But either way, you have 2 options at that point. Now you're stuck with 1 option.
Right.
And that was a bad decision. And yes, thank you, Tay. Baker got them to the playoffs, not Todd. They got to the playoffs in spite of Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles is a terrible coach. He's one of the worst coaches in the NFL.
Yeah, dog, man.
Todd Bowles is horrible. And I hate for it to seem like I'm down on black coaches, but
I'm starting to see a little theme here, bro.
I am sensing a pattern here. I'm absolutely sensing a pattern here.
But maybe the black coaches should do better. Do better. Do better. Just do better. Do better, please, so I can say something good about you. Because Gerard Mayo, you haven't coached the game yet, and you're already letting me down. I can see where this is going. I'm gonna have to get up on here every Wednesday and Sunday and talk bad about this man. And I don't want to have to do that. But black or not, I'm gonna have to talk about
you. Yeah. The Ravens put away the Texans yesterday, 34-10. Speaking of D'Amico Ryans, look, I'm gonna say it straight and flat out. He got out coached yesterday. Yeah. He got out coached yesterday. Anytime somebody pulls you out of character, and we say this all the time as grown men, and someone pulls you out of character and makes you act foolish, you know what I'm saying? Then you're not mature enough, you know what I'm saying, to do X, Y, and Z. D'Amico Ryans never blitzes. That's one of his things. He does not blitz. He's one of the lowest percentage blitz callers in the NFL. But yeah, yesterday,
changed the stripes and got burned.
And this is going back to San Francisco days.
Correct.
Yeah.
But yesterday, this joker called almost 70% blitz plays. And Lamar Jackson lit you up. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
Why would you call all these blitzes?
I don't think he didn't trust his defense.
Your defense is what got you there. You had
right.
defense and a rookie quarterback and a run game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you got there.
He went totally away from what he normally does. And why? I don't know. Why are you blitzing Lamar Jackson?
I don't know.
The fastest quarterback, the best running quarterback, the best dual threat quarterback in the league.
Ever. Now you go and say ever.
Right. That we've ever seen.
Right.
And you're doing that.
It just wasn't smart. That was not smart.
He lit it on fire. He did everything he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
He exploited them boys.
He showed why he's this year's MVP. Hands down. Lamar Jackson.
D'Amico, what he should have done was turn him into it and just make him throw, man. If Lamar beats me through the air, then so be it. God bless him.
Yep.
God bless him. He's supposed to win.
And he only threw for 152 yards. But because of that blitz was coming, he was just getting out on you.
He probably had 100 rushing yards.
And he had 100
rushing yards.
On only 11 attempts, too.
Oh, man. Like, that's ridiculous, yo.
Yeah, he getting out on you. Like, you can't – you got to keep him contained in the pocket and make him throw the football.
And he had 2 rushing touchdowns and 2 passing touchdowns.
That's the difference between guys like – and he's a rookie, so he's going to get better. Like I feel like the Texans overachieved. So, I mean, they probably shouldn't even have been in the divisional round. But that's the difference. Like a guy like Belichick, despite what we say about him now, but he's the greatest coach ever. But he would come up with game plans for guys like these and just exploit them. Like he would come up with a game plan for Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and make them look. I mean, you're not going to stop these guys, but you can contain them.
Yeah, contain them.
And he would do a good job with these guys.
I'm reminded of the game where Coach Belichick coached against the Bills, where he only threw the ball 4 times.
Mm-hmm. And they ran it. Yeah.
And ran the ball 40-something times, bro. Like, that is scheme.
I think that was in the snow.
Yes. That's scheme, and that's – you know what I'm saying? Like that's IQ. And some of these guys are just reaction. So much reaction. And you got to think, man. You got to play the game the right way in your mind. And they're not doing that. Green Bay loses to San Fran in a heartbreaker, 24-21. Jordan Love. Game on the line. Goes. I don't even know what year that was, man. I want to say like 19, might be 2004, Brett Favre. Throws the ball.
Like I think Minnesota.
Yeah. That was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad.
They had the Niners on the ropes, too. They had
them beat, man.
Yep.
They had them beat, man. And the kicker missed the field goal, and that was when shit just went downhill, started trickling. I said it, I was like, yo, they're gonna pay for that.
Yep.
They're gonna pay for that, and they pay for it. They lose 20, man. At least if they score, you go into overtime.
You're still in overtime.
Yep. Still in overtime. And the field goal was only, I think it was like a 41-yard.
Yeah, it was close. It was close.
It was an easy one, man. Yeah. And you gotta make those, bro. Like that's like missing free throws. Like that's what's gonna win the game for you, bro. or at least give you a better chance of winning. But
Don't get me started on no free throws.
stop.
Thank you. Stop.
But but Jordan Love, yo, I'm a huge Jordan Love fan. I really like Jordan Love, but I don't know what he was thinking at the end of that game, man. It was like 1st and 10. Like, he had no reason to do that. They just converted a third and short.
Third and short, yep. And all you had to do was throw the ball out of bounds, let it fight another day.
Man, you got 3 more downs.
Yep, let it fight another day.
Trying to get too much at, like, yo, you going for the gusto too early, man. But that's a young mistake, man. He'll learn from that. He was doing his best Brett Favre impression,
Well,
which is not that's not what
we want.
It's not what we want.
So we got San Fran and Detroit in the NFC Championship, man. Like, first
Detroit
of all,
shout out to the city of Detroit. Shout out to the city. Well, for the Lions, we know the Pistons ain't doing good.
Specify.
They need this. They need the Lions doing well right now. They do.
Yeah. Who thought they was gonna get there, man? Like, who in the world? I know I ain't see this. I thought the Lions was gonna have a good year. I know I did not see no Lions Cinderella story going all the way to the NFC Championship, man. Like, I ain't see that. And shout out to Jared Goff, man. Jared Goff has resurrected his career in Detroit. People wrote him off after things didn't go, after things went sour in LA. Shout out to their coach Dan Campbell. Who you got? San Fran, Detroit.
Go ahead. I did. Go ahead.
Man, that's a tough one, man. At this point, I'm a ride with Detroit, man. I don't like what I saw from Brock Purdy. I'm not loving what I'm seeing from him. But maybe it was because of the rain. You know, they say he doesn't play well in wet weather. But if he's gonna play like that, Detroit's gonna win. They are. They just are.
I'm gonna say this.
Goff is gonna make the mistakes that Jordan Love did. Like, he's not gonna do that.
Right.
Now, against that Niners defense, it's possible that more mistakes will be there for them to be made.
True.
That 49ers defense is really good.
True.
Damo, I'm kind of leaning towards to Detroit too, honestly. Some of that is because I'm picking with my heart, not my head.
Yeah.
Jared Goff is good. Amon-Ra St. Brown is good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a connection. Listen, you know, Brock Purdy got some MVP love. Now, whether he should have gotten it or not based on merit is a different story. But he was getting MVP love, but
all the way till they got blown out that one game.
Yeah. He deserved it. I mean, for his regular season performance.
He's a great game manager, and there's nothing wrong with
he's
that.
He's a good quarterback for sure. But again, I'm not even gonna say but. He's a good quarterback, period.
Yeah.
Now, the amount of weapons that they have on that offense.
Now, Deebo Samuel did not play last night. He did not play yesterday.
Right.
He played, but he went out. He went out.
Well, yeah.
He went out during the game.
Right.
I think it was maybe like the second quarter.
He went out early. Yeah.
He went out early.
But Deebo, Kittle, Ayuk,
he's got a
they got weapons, but you can get to Brock. Like, you can make him make mistakes.
Yeah.
And if Detroit can do that enough, and San Fran is at home, but man, like,
well, the formula to beat San Fran is there. You just got to get out in front of them. If you get out in front of them and make it a game where Brock Purdy got to win the game for you, you can beat them.
Well, yeah, because they're built to play. They're built to play from with the lead. They're not built to play from on. So,
right.
You know, that's just. I mean, listen, it really could go both ways. Honestly, I think it's going to be a tight game. But I think if Detroit gets out and they come out early, doing what they're supposed to do, they can win.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't make mistakes, man. And Jared Goff is not going to go to the other side of the field and make a throw across his body and onto the other. Like he's
No,
not
he's
gonna
not
do
gonna do
that,
that.
bro.
Right,
Like
he's not gonna do
he's not going to do that.
Right.
He's not gonna do that. So I know he's not. So I'm not worried about. Like they almost lost. They almost lost to what the Packers were 7 seed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, this ain't that, man.
Yeah.
This ain't that.
Currently the Chiefs are beating the Bills right now, 27-24. It's the fourth quarter. Bills have the ball on Kansas City's 35. Baltimore Chiefs, Baltimore Bills. Who you got winning that one in the AFC Championship? And it's about 4 minutes left to go in the game, by the way.
This is horrible play calling too.
Baltimore would be at home in both scenarios, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm
Baltimore.
Over both?
Over both, Baltimore. Now that don't mean that the other teams can't win. If I think the Chiefs have a better chance than the Bills do, but both of those teams are really good. But Baltimore, they got the defense and they got Lamar.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of people saying Buffalo out here.
I'm gonna say Baltimore, man. I think Baltimore's just too good. They're just too good for either one of these teams. Baltimore's
surprisingly good.
Yeah, they're getting right on that side of the ball.
Yeah,
they're getting right.
Baltimore has one of the best defenses in the league.
They do.
Hitting, man. God, they be hitting, man. They hitting, man.
Yeah, I like Baltimore either way, man.
Okay. All right, so I think we all in agreement on that, man. Baltimore, Lamar, MVP. Baltimore takes it in. All right, fellas. So what's next? You want to do the dog conversation, the score, or Katie Goat?
Do the Katie Goat conversation, man.
Oh, some bitch. I knew it.
Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, I don't even know why we talking about this son bitch. All right, let's read it. Kevin Durant is confused. I don't know why he's confused, but he's confused on why he's not in the GOAT conversation. I just don't understand what Kevin Durant because I went to the Warriors, why shouldn't I be in that? That's the question you should ask. Why not? What haven't I done? What haven't you done?
Oh man.
Nah, Stretch, this your guy. You
This is not my guy. This is not my guy.
You take off
not
first.
my guy at all. What haven't you done? There's a lot you haven't done. It's just the delusion that he thinks he's there. You're not there. You're not there. You're just not there. You've been to one finals outside of Steph Curry.
Come on, man. We can't exclude stuff now.
Listen, I didn't say anything about exclusion. I'm just reporting the facts. He's been to one finals outside of Steph Curry. That's all I said. I didn't say take away those chips. I didn't say take away those finals MVP. I didn't say any of that. I said he's been to one finals as the lead dog. One. Compared to his contemporaries, where LeBron has been to at least 3 as the lead dog. Well, more than that. More than that.
How about 9?
Well, he won the lead dog. He's been 10 times. LeBron's been 10.
9 finals? This is Stats knows.
He's been 10 finals. 8 of those he was 9 of those he was the lead dog.
I would say all 10.
Stop. D-Wade was the lead dog.
In 11, yes, he ended up being the lead dog, yes.
But that's what I'm saying. So 9. He's been to 9 of them as the lead dog. We can all agree on that. Let's not get into crazy. which is
Okay,
which
that's
is
fair.
which is a great feat. Which is a great feat. And we also have, let's see, in this time span, Curry's been to what? 5? Or is it 6? He's been to 5 or 6.
6.
He's been to 6. At least 4 as the lead dog. That stuff matters, man. Being the number one guy on that scouting report, that stuff matters. It matters. What up, Elk?
What's up, Big E?
Appreciate you tapping in, brother. That stuff matters, man. That stuff matters, man. And who else is in his decade now? So Tatum's been to 1. So Tatum's been to 1, the same amount that he has. This ain't a good look, man.
Yeah.
This ain't a good look.
I mean, I'm gonna just say this.
This ain't a good look.
I think we use too many arbitrary measures to determine the GOAT conversation. And it's going to be arbitrary because there's no set criteria for it.
Okay, so I got you. So
Okay.
now let's talk about era. His era.
EJ, what's up?
So let's talk about from when Kobe slid off the cliff. What was that, 13? 12,
his
13?
last good season was his last with the one where he tore his Achilles, whatever season that was.
I think that was 13, maybe.
Yeah.
Mike D'Antoni, piece of shit. Okay, him. From there to now, who's the GOAT?
I mean, that should be obvious. I mean, to me at least, but
Right.
So we got LeBron, we got Steph Curry. Those are the two guys that's been running this whole era.
Yes. Correct.
How you get into GOAT conversation?
okay, but see again, what's the criteria? Because people put Steph in the GOAT conversation only because Shaq brought it up.
I
And
think Steph is one of the GOATs for this era, for that era that we just said. That era.
But we're not talking about GOATs of eras. We're talking about GOATs, period.
When we talk about GOATs of eras, because it's unfair to compare.
Okay, fine. Okay, if that's the case, why
so
can't
we gotta talk on our show? We gotta talk about it with our criteria.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
So why can't Durant be a GOAT of his era? Steph, it's not that much separation between him and Steph. It's not that much. Not that much. We can't. And look, I said Steph is the better player. I think he is the better player. I've said that he's more impactful. That being said, when they were on the same team, Durant played better. Steph was the better player. Steph was number 1 on the scouting report, but Durant played better.
And that's why Durant played better.
That is why he played better.
But listen to what I'm saying though. That has to matter too, how you actually played. That has to matter too. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's a reason why you play better when someone is better on you. You know what I'm saying? Better than you.
But I think it's a difference too between Steph is obviously 1A on the scouting report, but it won't like Durant was 2. Durant was 1B.
See, this is the thing right here. Mike, and I love Mike. I love Mike. We got to stop this right here, man. We got to stop this right here. They don't beat Braun without kick. That's not true. As a matter of fact, they just did it. They just did it.
Right.
They just done it. What do you mean they don't beat Braun without kick? Stop this. That is insane.
Well, if we're adding context, and that's fine. I don't like that argument either. But Kyrie and Love were hurt. We don't know how that series would be if they were healthy. Now you can say that about a lot of series. I'm just talking about in the specific of this context. Now, I don't necessarily think they needed Kevin Durant, but I do think they needed an upgrade over Harrison Barnes. They definitely needed an upgrade. They needed an upgrade over Harrison Barnes. Also, I just don't agree that there's that much separation between Steph and KD. I don't. Again, I think Steph is better, but Steph ain't that much better to where Steph is a GOAT of his era, but Durant isn't. No, God, no. Not to me. I don't see that.
Of his era? I don't know, man.
tough, man.
I think it's.
tough, man.
I mean, Durant's been an All NBA performer throughout the decade. Now, if we're counting missed time against him, okay, I understand that. If we're counting injuries and missed time, okay.
Now you say All NBA performer. You talking about media giving awards, the ones that
no,
you
I'm
hate,
talking about the level of play. You know, the level of play. I don't care about the media awards. The level of play, and he's been at that level. But bro, he's been at that level of play since what? 2008. Steph didn't get there until
11.
No, 13. 13. He was an all-star. He played at an all-star level to me 11, 12. He didn't get the All-NBA until 12, 13, 14. Right. So what I'm saying is that Durant started.
But he's been there ever since.
Durant wasn't All-NBA in 08, though.
I said level, not the actual award, the level of play. Maybe 09. Maybe 08, 09, but that was still Steph's rookie season.
He came in the league in 08. He's got like 2.
No, Durant was 07.
06, I'm sorry.
He was 07. He was the draft after LaMarcus Aldridge.
He's got 2 years over Steph.
But Steph ain't start getting that good until 5 years after Durant did. That gotta matter too, right? How long you play at that level?
Okay, but Steph has been there ever since, though. Once he got there, he's been there.
So is Durant.
True.
So it's Durant. Now, I'll give you this. I'll give you this. Steph has peaked higher.
That's the end of the discussion then.
No, it's not, because peak is just how good you are at your best, but nobody plays at their peak forever. The sustained excellence is what matters too, right? It can't just be, because if we take the best version of every player, of course they're going to look the best. But how you sustain that matters to me too.
Wouldn't you say the sustained excellence would be on Steph's side as well? Because later in Steph's career, he led his team to a title.
I mean, again, that's great, but I'm only speaking specifically of the level of play.
While Durant has team hopped,
we got to be winning, bro. We got to be winning.
Ever since he's left Steph, the back half of Kevin Durant's career has been trying to find a place where he can load up and win another title.
Thank you.
But what's wrong with that? Ain't that the point to win?
Bro, you've been on three different teams.
But he's not winning. Right, but he's not winning. But
okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand that, but we will have to look at each situation and why has there not been the team success?
We can look. He's the problem. Him.
No.
Because what you mean? No. Listen.
Has Kevin Durant? I'm just gonna ask a question real fast. Has Kevin Durant's level of play not been at a championship level? That's all I'm gonna ask.
No.
Yes, I'd say it has.
No.
You would say that. Okay. And Stretch, you say okay. So why you say no?
Except for some parts in the playoffs, like when they played against Boston.
His level of play is not leading to wins.
But you know, it's so much more that goes into wins than that, Stretch. You know that.
Stop, bro. Are you good enough to get that shit done or not? Are you a dog or not?
He wasn't available. He hasn't been available. I mean, he's
Okay, right. Okay, but that's what I'm saying. That counts. I'm not saying not being available don't count. It absolutely.
His whole stint in Brooklyn, he missed a lot of games. Missed some, and he's missed less in Phoenix, but and what they did to him in Boston, that was rough.
Nasty work.
That was disgusting.
Nasty work.
Tatum tore his ass up.
Nasty work.
Tatum tore his ass up.
I just don't think, and again, this is just me. I just don't think that.
Tatum said it's a new sheriff in town.
I just don't think it's that much difference between them. That Steph is a GOAT of this era and Durant's not. I can't get there.
Well, I mean, listen, man.
Steph got 2 MVPs, bro. One of them unanimous.
If you put it all into context, bro, I just don't see how you. I just don't see how you got Kevin Durant there. I mean, listen, they're both great players, but I'm giving Steph the edge every time, bro. Like, it's not even
every time.
It's really not. It's really not even a discussion. Like,
See, this is what I think that we do.
Context matters, and I know you hate this, but listen, bro. Life ain't been that good. Life ain't been that great without S. Dot. It ain't.
I think his life has been. I think his life has been fine. I would also say
From an
that
individual standpoint, absolutely, he's been balling, but he's looking.
So
He's trying.
here's a good question right here. Here go Kurt, man. What has Durant done to gain the GOAT title? Please explain your stats.
I just think for me, I'm not into a whole bunch of conjecture and all of those kind of things. What's your level of play? That's GOAT for me. What's your level of play?
Oh, I got you. I got your ass now, Stats. Oh, I got you. Because I felt like I played pretty good this morning. And what was the first thing you said to me? Yeah, you played pretty good, but you lost. That was the first thing you said to me.
That is, first of all, you're not telling the truth. That's not what I said, and you know that ain't what I said. Because when I pulled up on you at Phoenix, shout out to the Virginia Neptunes.
No. I'm talking about when I was still at the gym after we lost.
It ain't no. It ain't no. It wasn't about wins or losses. What I was talking about was your missed shots. That's what I said.
Are you serious right now? You said you played good, but you lost. That's what you said.
That's not what I said.
And that doesn't. Where is Mike?
And honestly, that still don't change how you played. And I also said later on, no, that don't change your level of play. I mean, you got the game winner put on your head, but that was it. That was it. Stop.
First of all, you got to stop this game winner on my head shit because it was not on my head. You got to stop that shit.
Listen,
you got to stop that shit.
Listen, I understand. I understand. You prideful. You're a great player.
No. This ain't got nothing to do with pride.
Listen to what I'm saying.
He made a shot. I was closing out. And I wasn't on him, and he made a shot.
Well, you weren't on him because
he made a shot. That's completely two different things.
You weren't on him because you overhelped, but that's neither here nor there. My
point is, you got flamed. Goddamn, the whole third game. I was sitting there watching you fouling and getting flamed.
I didn't. But
you played good defense. That's insane. But I let you live in this lie. But now I'm not gonna let you live in a lie.
I don't want you to ever let me live in a lie. You should tell me when you feel like I'm wrong. The point that I'm making is
you're wrong now.
The point that I'm making is that your level of play was good, especially because you hadn't played for a while. Whether your team won or lost doesn't change the fact of the level of play that you played at. Now, bringing back,
you said
that's not what I said.
Good, but you lost.
That's not what I said.
You said you played good, but you gave up the game winner. That's what you said. Where is Mike? Where is Mike when you need him? Hollywood, put down the goddamn gin and tonic and bring your ass on the show.
But I mean, listen, I know you hate it, but you know, some of the stuff he did, I mean, it's kind of does stain his legacy. Now it doesn't for me, but the way, you know, people look at it as, you know, you lost to Steph and the Warriors 3-1. They came back, beat you 3-1. Then you go to their team that's already ready-made, that just won a championship, then and went to a finals and lost. You join them, you win 2 titles, you leave, you pretty much leave them for dead, kill their cap. You know, the cupboard is bare. They lose Clay to a catastrophic injury. Steph doesn't play that year. Draymond doesn't play. You know, the next 2 years are pretty bad for them.
2 years,
then they reload. Then they come back, reload with young guys and some other vets that were kind of like, you know, Otto Porter and guys like that. And then Steph goes and wins another one. It looks bad, and you're in Brooklyn trying to figure it out and asking for trades, and going to Phoenix with another star, the superstar hop. It doesn't look good.
I mean, legacy. The people who write the legacy are the ones who are, like EJ said, narrative. It doesn't matter to me. I could care less about that. Like, I watch enough basketball to where I can form my own opinions. I don't need narratives. I don't need any of that. Like, and my problem is that we put too much emphasis on the narrative. Is this man a great player? Is he not a great player?
Yes, he is.
You know what I'm saying?
Great player.
But there are other great players that we don't consider to go. Sorry.
Yeah.
Are they as good as Kevin Durant? You see what
That's
I'm saying?
debatable. That's debatable.
Debatable.
Like who?
Would you put Giannis on that level?
Not on KD's level, no.
Why not? He's won. He's at just about the same, if not more.
Has he? He hasn't played at the level of Kevin Durant. Durant's been bro. This is Durant's 17th year. Durant's been playing at a high level for like 15, 16 of those. Like, what we doing?
No, well, first of all, we got to stop. It ain't been 15, 16 of those. We got.
It really has.
His whole career, basically.
He's been playing at a high level for a really long time in the way.
He missed the whole year.
He has.
He missed the whole year.
He has been playing longer than Giannis, so
he missed the whole year. So it ain't 15, 16 years. He just come on, bro.
Okay.
He's missed a few seasons.
Come on, bro. Like, come on, man. See, that's what I'm saying, Stats. You be real slippery with your words, man. You be real slippery. You be real slippery, man.
I get what you're saying, Stats. I'm not.
I wouldn't put no. Giannis isn't no. We got to stop disrespecting Kevin Durant. Giannis is a great player.
No, I love Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant has disrespected the game of basketball for a long time, and I'm done with him. What's a dog?
But there are other GOATs of eras or great players in eras that we don't consider the GOAT. We don't consider Tim. Thank you. We don't consider Tim Duncan a GOAT.
I do.
GOAT.
I do.
What GOAT conversation do you have Tim Duncan in, Stat?
Listen to the criteria of the conversation. Listen to the criteria that Stretch laid out. Stretch said, hold up. Stretch said that we were talking about of eras. You could make a real good argument Duncan is the GOAT of that era. Let's be honest about it.
I don't
the
think
era with Shaq
and Kobe. Yes, you could. Yes, you could.
Cut the shit, man.
Yes, you could.
Cut it, man.
Again, if we just if we look at the level of play on both ends of the court, and it's not popular. Thank you, Mike. I ain't saying nothing crazy. You know what I mean? Like, if we look at the level of play on both ends of the court for how long? Yes, Tim Duncan's higher. Yeah, I don't even know why that's a conversation. Yes, Tim Duncan's has had a better career than Kobe, to me. Absolutely.
In the show.
That's to me.
In the show.
Crazy.
In the
to
show.
me.
This is crazy. Let's move on. Let's move on before I go on a tirade. Who is the purest scorer? Purest scorer. And we have about 6 guys right here. Now, this is assuming everybody's in their prime when we talk about scoring. They're all in their prime. That was a horrible picture of Melo, by the way.
Yeah,
Melo, AI, D-Wade, Paul Pierce, James Harden, Luka, the Don. Everybody in their prime.
Can you give the definition that was given on that podcast?
No, you go ahead. Yeah, tell them what. This comes from a Carmelo Anthony interview.
It was a Carmelo Anthony interview. I think it was one of the D's is Samero. I don't remember which, the light skinned one. Sorry that I don't know your name. Yeah, my bad. But there was a question about who was the purest scorer, and Melo gave a definition that the purest scorer is the one who gets buckets, but that doesn't mean that he's a better scorer than someone who averages 30 points a game, essentially.
I thought he said that was what a bucket getter was called.
Well, I mean, he classified him as the same thing.
Okay.
He classified him, at least the way that I understood it. So a pure scorer to him was somebody who can get that is gonna come in and is gonna get buckets. Come in and get buckets. Now, these guys, can you put those guys back up there?
Absolutely.
Because my thing is, if you're looking at it at that definition, are any of these guys pure scorers? And I say that because by his definition, all of these dudes at some points in their career averaged over 25. And AI averages over 25 for his career. So does Luka. I think Harden does. I don't know if he's gotten there yet. Melo's at 24. So, like, I don't know. If I had to pick, I would probably say Harden. But, I mean, all of these dudes get buckets for real. Like, for real.
Is there anybody else that you would include in this conversation? I think before we went on, we said KD. I think that's a good pick
Yeah.
as a pure
I
scorer.
would put Kobe in there too.
Okay.
For sure.
So how would you rank them? Who would be first?
On that list,
Either Harden or Luka.
give me Melo.
Melo.
Give me Melo.
Okay.
Any day.
Okay. Who will be second? Give me top three. Give me top three based on this list right here. Top three.
Man, that's tough. I'll take Melo.
In order.
Man, don't make me fucking do that. Melo. Melo. AI Harden.
Okay. Stats.
Yo, he
hates AI. He hates AI.
He hates Melo and he hates AI. Blood fuse.
I don't. Luka. Harden, Luka. I don't know who the third one's gonna be.
Whoever's got the highest true shooting percentage, probably. just go ahead and pick. It's probably who do you say, Luka and Harden?
Probably. Wade would have the next one, I think.
Probably Wade.
But I have issues with his lack of range relative to these other players.
Yeah, that's why Yeah.
I mean, AI wasn't a great 3-point shooter either. Melo was a very good shooter. His shot selection just wasn't great. And I think Pierce is a slightly worse version of Melo as a scorer. I don't know, man. It actually might be Melo.
At 3, that's the third one?
Melo? It actually might be Melo. I mean,
this man sucked his teeth and blew his breath, pause, just for him to put Melo on the list.
That's crazy.
Damn it, man.
I think, everybody, we over calibrated on Melo a little bit, but
Well, again, he did say that it's not about averaging 30 points a game.
Right, he did say that.
And when you look at it, I don't know if there's a guy on the list that can score on all the levels like he can, bro. From 3, he can do it. From the mid range, he can do it. Low post, he can do it.
Melo didn't get to the rim like that though. That's counted as the third level, especially as he aged.
I just gave you 3 levels.
Well, the third level is the rim. Post up ain't always at the rim. So
yeah, so that's 4 levels then.
Well, he also in that interview said it was 7 levels to scoring. He actually said that. Okay. So
he scored all 7.
Huh?
He scored all 7. All 7. Whatever you want him to do, when it comes to scoring the basketball. There's not a thing that he can't do.
He
does all of them well.
He was a great scorer. He was a great scorer.
I've never seen anything like it.
Well, that's gas.
And it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Well, yeah,
it's beautiful.
That's subjective.
Unlike what we've ever seen.
Yeah, that's subjective. But
aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah. I don't know how many times. I mean, look, that's subjective. Like, you like the jab step.
Oh man, Jesus Christ.
If you don't like it, cool.
Not the jab, pull up, jab, pump fake, go by, lay. Jab, one dribble, turn his back to the basket.
I would ask though, if we're putting people that nobody's mentioned, why is Kawhi not up here?
I think Kawhi's not up here because he started his career off as a defensive guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he just hasn't scored long enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a talented scorer.
Yeah, he can
When he
score.
started his career off, his first 3-4 years, man, he was a defensive guy.
But Kawhi is it doesn't look the same, but him and Melo are functionally similar with the mid-range, jab, ISO. Kawhi uses more of his strength. Melo uses more technique, although Melo played bully ball too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But functionally, they're somewhat similar. So why wouldn't Kawhi be up here? Or somebody like Mike said, Jimmy Butler. Now I don't think Jimmy Butler's as good as these guys, and he lacks range on his jumper.
So overcalibrated on him.
But I'm just curious, like when certain guys aren't on these lists, because obviously we didn't get to somebody mentioned KD, we didn't mention LeBron or Jordan. You know what I mean? So I guess these aren't them, but like, what do you have to do to be on the list? Like, even to guys who aren't as good as those two, like Kawhi's not. Nobody mentioned Kawhi. What about Paul George?
Jordan should be on this list, probably. Yeah. Like I said, I think Kobe and Jordan definitely should probably be.
What about Paul George?
What about him?
What about him?
Paul George shouldn't be on this list?
Do you think he should be on the list?
Paul George gets buckets now, and he does it at 3 levels. Now he's more perimeter based now as he's older, as he's aged. But Paul George
I don't think Paul George is on the level of scoring like some of these guys.
Okay.
You know what I did notice?
He said, well, he did. Yeah, your brother said Mac. He mentioned Mac too. Melo mentioned Mac in the interview.
A lot of those guys, well, a decent amount of them are not what you would say like super athletic guys outside of Wade and AI.
Mm-hmm.
I think from what I saw, like when you're doing it and it's like 80% like skill, like I'm not willing that shit off of athleticism. Like it's like skill. Like to me, that means something, bro. Like I'm not scoring. I'm not cooking you because I'm way more athletic.
Right.
Yeah, I'm more skilled. Like this is skill.
Right.
Like this is pure skill.
Right. Why does that matter though?
I'm not flying
because it matters.
It matters.
We can't give a good reason.
How you score matters.
Why though? That's always been dumb to me. Why? That doesn't matter. Like
if we're just talking about scoring and pure scoring.
Yeah, like how you score matters, bro. Like it matters. Like that's why we always be butting heads. That's because you think hustling down and getting the offensive rebound.
It's the same as me.
It's the same as me, you know, right? It's the same as me going on the ice on the wing, getting into my bag and pulling up for a mid range. Yes, it counts the same as 2 points, but my shit is skill related. Your shit is that.
But offensive? But that's the problem. Offensive rebound. I'm not even talking about me and you. Let's talk about Shaq versus Kobe. Offensive rebounding is a skill. So why doesn't that count?
I understand that.
Scoring in the post is a skill.
It's not a scoring skill.
Why not? That doesn't make sense.
It's not a scoring. It's not.
Stop. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We got.
It's an offensive rebounding skill. That's what it is.
Okay, and being able to hit contested layups is a skill.
Offensive rebounds don't always turn into layups.
No, they don't.
If you get but we're talking about the person who grabs the offensive rebound and goes back up with it. We're not talking about anything else other than that.
So according to you, Tyler Hansbrough is the greatest ACC player of all time.
I didn't say anything like that. We're not even talking about the greatest ACC player of all time. We're talking about scoring.
That's what he did.
That's what he did.
But we're not. I wouldn't say that he's the best scorer. No, he didn't average the most points. He wasn't the most efficient.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Okay. Stats, the dude led the ACC in scoring.
Okay.
And he was the ACC.
But you said the greatest of all time. That's different.
I'm just saying, bro. Like,
it matters, dog.
It matters. How you score matters.
The problem is that y'all only look at skills as hezzy, tween, splash.
No.
That's the problem. That's the issue.
Think about
that's a very narrow view of skill.
Think about it like this. I don't know if it's gonna make sense to you or not, but if I'm way more athletic than you, I have an advantage from jump.
Right.
I have an advantage from jump. I'm more athletic. So for the unathletic guy to be able to do it, to be able to score the way you can score, that shit means something, bro.
But why does that?
It means like skill is important, yo.
I never said that it wasn't important.
Do what you can do without
But why do we penalize people for having advantages? It doesn't make sense. It literally makes no sense. So if somebody so should we diminish Stretcher's scoring today because he's taller than everybody? That's his advantage.
He's unathletic right now.
Y'all talking out of both sides of your mouth, bro.
Fadeaways today, like that, because I was lacking athleticism.
But the point is, part of the reason that those fadeaways went in because you're 6'6". If you were 6'1" shooting those fadeaways, they wouldn't. So should we punish you because?
But if he was a bum, they couldn't go in either. If he was,
but if I was 6'1", I wouldn't be shooting fadeaways. I would be doing something else with my bag because I'm skilled.
Okay, but we don't know how your game would adjust. We don't know that losing 5 inches. We don't know that. But the point that I'm making is, and I never understood this because fundamentally it makes no sense to me. We shouldn't penalize people for having advantages over other. We shouldn't. It doesn't make sense. It makes no sense.
I don't think we're penalizing anybody. But what we're saying is how you score and the skills that you use to score matters. It matters. So LeBron freight trains his way through everybody and scores. Is that really as impressive as somebody catching the ball on the mid post, rip through, sidestep, and shooting a jump shot?
But he does that too.
I'm just, that's the comparison.
No. I get what you're saying. No, I'm with you on that. Right? But what I'm saying is that's what I didn't even bring him up because he's an anomaly because he goes to the basket more, right? But he does that stuff. And he got the step back three. It don't always go in. My point, I get you. All I'm saying is, I don't fundamentally believe that.
And Mike, it's not just dribble to get a bucket. See, that's the thing that people are misconstruing here.
That's not has nothing to do with skill.
People can score off of.
But dribbling is a skill. That's why it doesn't make sense.
How many dribbles does Carmelo need to go score? Not a lot.
Carmelo doesn't. Carmelo does not. And he actually talked about it. Listen, y'all should go watch it because Carmelo breaks down scoring very, very well in what he trains. So, like, if y'all got kids and you're just interested in listening, he actually breaks it down really well. He says, in a game, you can use 5 dribbles. But when you with me training, I'm going to train you to get a bucket in 3. Absolutely. 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And that's what you should do. Right,
that's what I've been doing for over a decade now.
Okay,
I didn't train Damo to use 8 dribbles.
How many dribbles you see me use to score?
But that okay, that's 2 fine.
Max.
What I'm saying though, just me, is first of all, dribbling is a skill. We all understand that dribbling is a skill.
Correct.
But I don't think somebody in your case, because you brought up the LeBron, the freight train, I don't think being able to drive to the basket and get an easier layup is any more or less like, I don't think we should give the same credit as a scorer to somebody who just because they may not have LeBron's athleticism or skill, right? Or strength. Like, we shouldn't penalize, and I did that in quotations because you said we're not punishing, you said we're not penalizing. Right. We shouldn't penalize LeBron because he could do that versus somebody. I'm just using Melo as an example because he doesn't have the strength and the explosive ability to get to the rim. Melo uses his package the best way that he can, right? We would agree with that. He got technique, jabs, fades, spins, all kind of that stuff. But penalizing someone because they're more athletic, I can't get there. That's all I'm saying. Fundamentally, I can't get there.
Listen, I mean, LeBron's still an all-time lead scorer.
Like, of course,
it is what it is. Like, it's no knock, it's no indictment on any of those guys. It's just, bro, I don't know, man. When you're a scorer, like, it's just it's just different ways we look at it. I would say, to me,
Yeah.
like we just look at that shit differently, man.
I'm with you on that, Damo. Like
it just
it's different.
sometimes it's really hard to explain.
I think we're over calibrated on the aesthetic portion of it. I think that's what we really get hung up on. This looks better, so then it must be better. And I'm just like,
but that's not true.
But that's not what we're saying.
I think here's something for you, Stats. I think you might be able to relate to it more. So you were an undersized post player, okay? And yet now you're still, quote unquote, like an undersized post player. So you're posting up Tate Ashby, who's bigger than you, weighs taller than you, and probably weighs more than you, okay? But yet you're still able to get to whatever spot you want and get to your post moves to score. That is different than bullying your way through Tate Ashby and getting a layup, because you're showing the skill set of a low post player. You're showing the drop steps. You're showing the up and unders. You're showing how you can dislodge somebody with the one dribble in a spin. Like those things matters. Like it's tiers and it's moves off of, you know what I'm saying? Like it's counters and so on and so forth. All that stuff goes into scoring.
Correct.
I mean,
and with that being said, it's no knock on shot for Shaq to being able to just throw down lower guys. He's still the most dominant player ever.
Being able to score when you're at a physical disadvantage means something. Like you shouldn't be able to score over top of Tate Ashby. You should not be able to do that. But yet you did.
But I did because I'm skilled.
Because I'm more skilled.
I'm skilled.
Again, that's fine, but so in your example about LeBron, do you think that he doesn't have? Oh, we use Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard's a good one. Do you think Dwight did not have any physical disadvantage? Now, I'll acknowledge he was probably stronger than every big but Shaq.
Everybody.
He wasn't necessarily, and he was probably the most athletic too. But
yeah.
I don't think Kurt's funny. I don't think Dwight's a great scorer relative to other, bigs of his caliber.
No, he was a defensive guy.
I think he lacks skill, offensive skill. I don't think
he did not have offensive skill.
I think he had skill. It wasn't refined.
He had some skill. They all do at some. They all have.
Yeah, some I think it wasn't refined, and I think his lower body.
Yeah,
he never had offensive skill.
He could get to the hoop with both hands.
But that's why he went to Akeem to develop some of that skill work. He never had it.
Of course.
He came out of high school and all he had was that he was bigger and stronger than everybody and he could jump out the freaking gym. So they used him for that. And then when some of that athleticism started to wane off, he said, yo, for me to stay in this league, I have to develop some skill.
When he had that back surgery, he had to.
So he started learning how to use the pivots. Like that stuff means stuff, man. That means a lot.
It matters, man, because you're not gonna always have that athleticism. That's why later in these guys' career, like Jordan and Kobe and
they develop other parts of their game. That's skill work. That's all skill work.
Hell, even LeBron is developed.
Even LeBron, correct. That's why I didn't want to bring him up. I didn't want to bring him up.
I didn't want to do that, but yeah,
upset, defensive. But LeBron he didn't have that stuff at first. He developed it as his athleticism started to go away.
The shot, everything. His shot got better.
There we go. There we go. His
post up got better.
I'm not against people expanding their game, though.
Absolutely not. You shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be.
Stats,
I think me and you should spend a week together in the gym, bro. And I'll show you.
I've been said I'm down for that, but you always.
I'm busy, but come on tomorrow, man. Come on, meet me at the Y tomorrow, man. Come on, man. Let's get lesson 1 in. No, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying, like,
I know.
Yeah. Because bro, you got so much. This is a crazy job, man. You 40, man, but I see you could do a whole lot with the rest of your career that I probably ain't gonna be able to do because you have a strong foundation of being closer to the rim, where I always fought that and refused to go over there, even though they made me do it. I was like, no, that ain't me. I ain't doing it. But because you're already calibrated to be closer to the rim, now when you start stepping away from the rim, bro, you're gonna have a field day. And then you'll start seeing that how you score matters.
Okay.
Now, can you imagine if Stats did a face-up, 2 dribble across the lane, spin back to the left hand?
Man. Crazy.
Stats did a catch at the elbow, 2 jabs, pump fake, 1 dribble with the left, side step to the left. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Stats make you MVP stats. What else we got? Oh, speaking of stats, Nasty Work Award. And this comes from Aaron. I wish Aaron was up here because Aaron gave me this nomination. And they're it's crazy times going on out here, man. So crazy out here that, people don't know how to act and people, acting a fool, man. And, Stats know about crazy work, man. And people, somebody try to cut Stats off for parking in a handicap. He won't even park in a handicap. You know what I'm saying? Handicap man. Try to cut Stats out, man. Like, this stuff is crazy out here, man. But what's even crazier is that this is how Stats comes to the gym.
Yo, I saw this earlier. I was like, yo.
Shout out to Aaron. And this is the Nasty Work Award MVP. Stats, where your socks at, man?
I'm wearing socks, bro. What you mean?
Wow.
Ankle socks.
What's wrong? What's wrong with what I was wearing?
Stats, tomorrow I'm gonna buy you some Nike Elite socks tomorrow, bro. I've seen enough. I've seen enough.
I got some dry fits, bro. I don't like how they feel on my feet, bro.
You don't like dry fit socks?
Yeah, I don't like dry fit socks, bro. I
don't know how you don't play in anything but like there's
I don't like them, bro, because like they turn too easily on my foot, bro.
You gotta get some Nike Elite socks, bro.
Yeah, man, you gotta get some Nike Elites, bro.
With the cushion, bro. Like you once you get those, bro, you'll never want to play in like regular socks ever again.
Bro, that's all I wear now is Nike Elite socks.
The cushion that it and then the support that it gives you, bro, like.
And I can get them in bulk, dog. Like you get you a pair of like 8 for like $40, man.
Well, how much do they normally cost? I didn't give Nike a lot of my money with all these sweatpants.
18 for one pair.
18 for like one pair, bro. You'll never
one pair. I can get 8 for about $40.
All right.
I promise you'll never want to play in regular socks again. Ever. Yeah.
Please put your feet down.
I'm just saying, bro. That's all I wear now. Blue, black, white. I don't have no red Jones. The red Jones kind of mess up your laundry, dog. You throw them in the laundry.
Yeah.
They definitely turn all your white stuff in.
That red start tearing your stuff up.
They definitely turn on, yeah.
Yeah, you stay away from red socks.
I stay away from that red. I don't know why that red do it like that, man. Red be tearing your stuff all to pieces, man. Hey, Kurt, holler at me, man. I got you, bro. I'm gonna call my guy tomorrow, man. I'll do it in front of you tomorrow, Stas. I'll call him, see if he got it in stock, man. And then I'll take some orders. I might have to charge you a little charge on that, but I got you. I got you. Fellas, anything else we want to talk about? You want to do some quick takes, calibration or rapid fire? You want to do any of that?
I mean, we could do the quick takes in the stats calibration. We also didn't do the dog conversation, but I'm tired.
We'll say that. Yeah, we'll say that. I'm tired.
I'm tired.
I'm exhausted. Somebody calling me from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. By the way, I've been getting a lot of emails and calls about this Brotherhood League. Look, fellas, if you're not, you better confirm that you in, because we got people on the waiting list that's trying to get in ASAP.
I didn't listen, y'all. I done put it in the group. I done put it in the group chat twice. I done made Facebook. I done made Facebook posts. Like, if y'all in, y'all gotta let me know. I talked to the people who I talked to. Y'all know that y'all locked in. Like, again, we up April 7th. Go ahead, Stretch.
Soon as the Neptune season is over, we will be holding a one-day combine. So people who are interested in coaching, please contact either myself or Stats ASAP. We're looking for 8 coaches to basically run their team and draft their players. And then we're going to hold a one-day combine, last about maybe 3 or 4 hours, where everybody that signed up will come in and play. And you might play a couple games, you might only play one, whatever the case may be, but put your best foot forward. And then we'll hold a live draft here on the Number Street Podcast, and we will fill every roster. And then we'll be off and running to play. And no, I'm not coaching. Before anybody even asks, no, I'm not coaching. I'm not coaching. I'm not coaching. I might officiate, though.
Hell no. Hell no. No. No, you're not doing no reffing.
I might officiate.
I'm
gonna tell him, bro. I'm gonna have bad, bro, at officiating, bro.
Bro, them kids was about to kill your ass today the way that you was reffing. Stop.
That was one ref, bro. Standing in the middle of the court trying to call everything. Hey, builds character. Stats calibration time. Last topic of the evening, fellas. Stats calibration. Damo, me and you can alternate here if you want to jump in on this. Number one, are we over calibrated stats on damn, I just had it. Got it. Are we over calibrated on the big 3 trios in professional basketball?
Yeah, I think the league is much more talented than it's ever been. Role players can approximate star level guys for much cheaper now. So you don't have to get 3 big 3s anymore. That formula is outdated. It doesn't work anymore. The Lakers showed you that. The Raptors showed you that in 19. In 21. Huh?
I said the Warriors just did it in whatever that was.
And the Nuggets and the Nuggets last year. So that's outdated. That's why I was never big on the Phoenix model because of that. So
right.
Yep, we're over calibrated.
Yeah. Well, I got one.
Okay.
Stats: are we over calibrated on skilled scorers?
Yes. Yes. We're way over calibrated on that. Way over calibrated. Like there are not enough A's and Y's to explain how over calibrated we are. Because I'm not as much concerned about skill as much as I'm concerned about efficacy. Who scores the best and who's the most resilient? Can you retain that value in the playoffs? All them jab steps and spin moves ain't matter. And I'm not that's not a shot at anybody, but that's what people consider skill. So all the jab steps and spin moves and up fakes, if your efficiency and or your points lower in the postseason versus somebody who, hey, I want the guy who scores the most at the highest efficiency and is resilient in the postseason. So yes, we're way over calibrated on skill scores. Absolutely.
Okay. Stats. Are we over calibrated or under calibrated on entrepreneurship?
That's actually a really good question. And I think it pertains to all 3 of us in different ways.
You said, are we over calibrated on what?
Entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship.
Oh,
I think we're evenly calibrated on it because it takes a lot of work. There's a lot of work that each one of us put in what we do to take care of our families and ourselves. But the freedom that you get in creating your own time and your own schedule and being able to do your own thing is unmatched. And well, even with the pod, like we building out of that. So, like we do all the legwork and all of that and have meetings and all of these things but the payoff is going to be big and we get to reap all of that, all four of us. So I think we're evenly over calibrated, and I would say under, but I don't think people understand the amount of work that it takes to be an entrepreneur and do your own thing. People don't really understand how much work it takes. People really don't. And that's just a matter of perspective. You're not going to know unless you do it or unless you know somebody who does it. So I'd say evenly calibrated.
I agree.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it for me, man. Any final words, fellas?
Appreciate everybody who tapped in, man. Love, peace and love to all. Shout out to the Virginia Neptune. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Mike. Subscribe to the Number Streets podcast on YouTube. Tell everybody, man. Love y'all.
Damo.
Great show, man. Great show. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Keep rocking with us, man. We only gonna get better.
Yep. That's it, man. Big thank you to everybody for tuning in, man. Shout out to everybody that tuned in from Facebook, YouTube, X, Instagram, and the dark web. We appreciate all you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and catch us Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. right here, live on Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate all of you guys, and we see you guys next time with the Number Street Podcast. Peace.